Hey, boss. Hey, how are you today? It's your girl, Shonda Henry here, aka Sister Sense. Always excited to share things you can do to work on your money, your marketing, and your sales goals too, with strategy and intention. So, we are going to continue our social media content creation week. My goal is to motivate you to be strategic and intentional when it comes to building your social media platforms so you can use those very same platforms to keep your customers happy, attract new customers, and build your business buzz. So, yesterday I said to you, I want you to think about a few things. Number one, do you have a free offer and or a paid offer that you want to promote this week? And do you have the latest fabulous free 5 social media templates that I want to give to you? And you can download them over at scissorsense.com/5FT, which stands for 5 free templates. So welcome. Feel free to share this out, tag your business besties. And of course, if you're catching me on the replay side, drop into the comment box, #replays rock. So what we're going to do is 2 things today. Number one, I'm going to share with you 5 types of content that you can produce around your offers, whether they be free or paid offers. And then I'm actually going to take you inside of that 5 fabulous free template so we can do some Canva content creation customizations. So if you guys are ready, I'm going to dig right into the 5 types, and then we're going to go inside of Canva, one of my favorite places to be, right? So the first thing that I want you to think about is, again, do you have an offer that you want to strategically promote across your social media platforms, right? What platforms are you focused on right now? I am building and growing on Instagram at Sister Sense. And to be honest with you, when I post on Instagram, I automatically, because I've connected that Instagram business account to my Twitter and my Facebook, the content is automatically shared on those 2 platforms. So really, I've identified those 3 to be the ones that once the content gets on Instagram, then it's also going to be automatically shot out to Facebook and Twitter. And those are the 3 that I'm focused on for this particular activity. Identify those social media platforms connected to your brand and what exactly are you going to promote this coming week. Okay. The first thing that I want you to think about is what's new, right? So, what new can you say about, maybe you have a new thing that you've launched, or maybe you've created a new way to you've upgraded something, right? So maybe it looks a little bit different than it did before, right? So what is new? That's number one, right? Now for me, it's kind of like creating a map. You, in the circle in the middle of the map, you've got your offers. So you name, okay, so this is the free offer, put that in a little circle, you name it, right? And then this is my paid offer, put that in another circle, right? So you got these 2 things. Maybe they are connected, maybe they're not, right? And then you think to yourself, okay, well, what's new when it comes to the paid offer? Anything new? What's new when it comes to the free offer? Anything new that you want to share? That's something that you do, right? So for example, one of the things that I'm focused on this week is my newly released content club. It's an exclusive private group so that you can work with me and some of my mentees every Sunday for 7 weeks. And I'm super excited about that. Now, here's the deal, it's actually a 6-week experience, but let me tell you what's new about the content club. I've added on a bonus week for those who are interested in participating, especially because people who are hearing about it now, they're like, oh my God, it started already. I missed the first week. No problem. I've added on a bonus week. So instead of 6, it's going to be 7 for the people who do the full. And then instead of 3, it's going to be 4 for the people who do the first part, right? So that's something new. Right. So I want you to think about that. Number one, when you look at your free versus your paid offers, what are some new things that you can talk about with respect to those pieces of content? Okay. Number 2 on this list is what's selling. What's selling for you? Okay. Hey, Lavon, how are you, my dear? Welcome. So awesome to see you here. What's selling for you? this is an opportunity for you to say, oh my gosh, I don't know if you know it, but this one is flying off the shelf, or this is something that somebody recently purchased, right? What's selling for you? So in the space of literally doing the first content club, which by the way is over at sistersense.com/TCC, right? All of my mentees had such a great time, and those who were participating live, they sent me testimonials and were like, oh my gosh, the first session was so great. I can share that. I can say, hey, this is what's selling this week. And these are what people are, these are things that people are saying about what's selling, right? So you want to create momentum. You've got to be able to articulate to people, number one, what's new. And number two, what's selling for you, why it's selling, who's buying, right? Those are important things that I want you to consider. Hey, here again. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Levon. Welcome, welcome. So, first thing on this list is identifying what's new when it comes to the offers you want to focus on this week. Number two is possibly talk about what's selling, because that does produce momentum. Being able to showcase how many you sold, or how much you've made, or what people are saying about the things that you're selling. All great stuff. Hey, Kia, welcome. Number three on this list, what resources, right? Do you have resources that you've produced, or resources that you can recommend other people take advantage of, that you can talk about in relation to your focus offers? So one of my favorite resources is Canva, right? And I said to you guys, how many of you are using the Canva app? I said that yesterday, and I did the first of our full week of sessions on social media content creation. Now, if you missed the first session, make sure you watch that. But out of curiosity, if you didn't respond yesterday, for those of you here today, how many of you are using the Canva app? I absolutely love that resource. So number one, you can talk about valuable resources that are in relation to what you do, what you sell, and the kind of content people around you are looking for. Or you can talk about resources that you specifically have created. So what's new this week for me is that I've created and am sharing my free 5 fabulous templates over at sistersense.com/5FT. You should see the link in the description, right? And me sharing that resource is important, because at the end of the day, there are lots of different things that you can share with people. For starters, you again can share with people things that are new, right, to them, right? But also you can share things that are new, period, but also you can share resources that they may not be aware of. So it's new to them, right? So you may have resources that you've produced and they're sitting on their website and people don't go to them enough. They don't drive enough traffic to you because you're not talking about them enough, right? So talk about some of your resources. That's number 3 on this list of 5 types of content that you can create on social media to promote your good, right? So number 4 on this list, and again, I'm going to give you 5, and then we're going to jump into Canva so I can show you how to customize these templates and really make them fit your brand. Number 5 is what's happening now. What's happening now? You want to keep people in the loop, right? So when I launched the content club, I said, look, we're going to start in a couple of days. It's happening on Sunday. This is an opportunity for me and an exclusive private group of mentees to work on their content every Sunday, right? And then I am keeping people in the loop. I said, okay, guess what? It's a 6-week experience, but if you are looking for something budget friendly and you can't do the whole 6 weeks, just do the first 3 weeks. That was an update, right? So then I said, okay, guess what? Guess what? Look, we already started. Ladies are having so much fun. Here is what a couple of people are saying, right? Keeping them in the loop, right? Then I said, look, okay, I get it. A couple of you signed up, but you signed up after the first week. You missed our first session last week. I get it. So you know what I want to do? I want to make sure that you have as much accountability as possible, because 2 of my clients, one Janelle, said to me, I signed up because I want some accountability, right? And then I had another client, Miss Tony. She signed up and she said, oh my gosh, LaShonda, next week is my first week and I've got to do some stuff for my sister. Oh my gosh, I'm going to miss the second session. I said, well, first of all, I got you, because the first session, the replay is already online. So watch that. But I said, you know what? For those ladies who are going to be participating and signing up this week, I'm going to add on a bonus week, right? sending another update, another alert, another notification. So what you want to do is make sure that if you're creating something, especially like a course or a program, and or you're selling products, like maybe you're selling your book, right? You want to keep people on the loop when it launched, who purchased what. Again, what's selling is one way you can keep people in the loop, how many you have left. These are things that are going to help people just kind of out of curiosity stay connected with you. Because the reality is that everybody's not going to buy immediately. Not everybody's going to buy immediately. So you want to consistently kind of check in with them, so you're reminding them of what's available. So they may just say on maybe day 4 or 5, because they didn't say it on day 1. On day 1, they were like, oh, this is interesting. I see you, boo. I see you, girl. That looks good. That looks good. Right? On day 2, 3, they were like, I see a couple of people signed up. Oh, I know her. Oh, she's in the program. Man, I want to do that. By day 5, 6, they're like, okay, you got me. I'm ready. I'm in. I'm in. So for everybody's decision making process is different. And so when it comes to content creation, you're not just always creating new things and new content with new things, but you've got to find creative ways, new ways to talk about the same things consistently to motivate people and get them interested in what you've got, right? So, for example, you can say, hey, I launched my content club over at successcenters.com/TCC. It's the place to be. So every Sunday, we can create content together for your social media, helping you build your brand and your visibility too, right? Boom. In case you missed it, the first session was last Sunday. You get the replay for last Sunday and then sign up so you don't miss next Sunday, right? That's a what's happening now conversation, right? Number 4. Now, I'm going to share number 5 with you, but before I do, I actually want to ask you a question. Are you doing these things? When it comes to being social, when it comes to sending stuff out on your Facebook, your Twitter, your Instagram, doing lives, or email, right? When it comes to you being present, are you consistently showing up and telling people what's new, what's selling, right? Are you talking about being in a place where you're telling them what's happening now? Are you sharing what resources you find that they should be working with? Right? Are you sharing these things? Okay. Or do you find that you're listening right now and you're like, oh, LaShonda, that one in particular, I should do more of. So this is not a rhetorical question. I want you, whether you're watching live or via the replay, to check in with me. Let me know which of these things you're doing or you feel like you need to do more of. Navi says no. Okay. So you definitely want to think about that, right? Because a couple of you have said to me, I want to do social media, but I don't know what to put out. I'm giving you 5 things, right? And it's not like, you're pulling them out of the clouds. The first thing that you're doing is you're getting strategic. You're picking at least one offer that you want to sell, at least one offer that you want to give away, and then you're producing these different types of content around these offers. Okay. Now, the key here is if you want accountability, you want support, and you want more direction, I'm going to be doing this all week for you guys, right? So make sure, again, you turn on alerts and notifications so you can see when I'm live, so you can jump on here live with me. But if you want to participate in the 6/7 week Content Club experience, you can learn more about that over at successcenters.com/TCC, because that's what I'm basically going to be doing. I'm kind of giving you like a little piece of the good of what we're going to be doing every week for 6-7 weeks. I say 6-7 because it's a 6-week program. But because a few of you have missed the first week, I'm adding on an extra week. So now it's like an extra week bonus. Okay. Hey. Kia says, no, I wasn't doing all of these things. I know consistency is something that I need to work on. That's basically one of the reasons why I've created the content club, because I want to create a space where, on Sundays, you got a place to go to work on this stuff. Because sometimes we say, oh my God, I can't find the time. But what I've done is I've created a space so we can make the time to intentionally work on this thing every week. And we're going to do this for a couple of weeks, right? Every Sunday, our private group meets so that you can work on this content together. I should create more lives regularly. I was saying that. I was you. Last year I said, you know what? I love lives, and I would do them maybe a couple of days and then I would fall off. I have been doing these live streams every single day since December of last year. And my goal is to see if I can do a full year of lives every day. I've knocked out almost 8 months now, and I'm excited about, getting to the finish line, like one way or shape or form. Literally yesterday, the live that I did was in the car because I was assisting my hubby with some things. So I was out of the office and I said, look, I've got to do my live. So I went on the platform that I use, which is StreamYard. Awesome platform to live stream, by the way, across multiple accounts. So right now I am live on YouTube and Periscope and Twitter and Facebook and all these different platforms. If you want to do lives and you want to use something like StreamYard, you can try it out through me. Go to sizzlesense.com/SY. Okay, so you can try it out. I love it. I swear by it. And again, I was able to stream across multiple platforms using the StreamYard app on my phone while I was in the car yesterday. Totally awesome. On the highway, no less. And sometimes the highway reception can be kind of spotty, but wasn't too bad, right? Working, Lavon says, working on sharing a message each day. Yes, Lavon is one of the amazing ladies participating in the content club. She's in my Twitter every day, live on here. Got to be on every day, right? All day, every day, right? Sharing that motivation. Here's the thing. Whether the customers show up or not, your job is to show up. Not or not. Your job is to show up consistently, because that is going to create the momentum in your business, right? For me, this is about self-discipline and identifying those areas in your life where you want to step up more, and you just do it. You find a way, you do it. So the Content Club support group is there if you need that additional support, direction, and accountability. Again, I'm going to be doing this all week. Every week we do something different, but this week is social media content creation. Okay, so let's do the last what's idea. Now, I say this is the last one, but honestly, I want to share one more with you. So kind of like a bonus. We're going to do we're going to do 6 instead of 5, okay? So, what questions? What questions? When you think about the things that you want to promote and sell, what questions can you put out into the universe and create content that's going to engage your audience? So I said to you, I've got 2 offers this week that I am tunnel vision, full steam ahead talking about. Number 1, the content club, right? Because I want y'all in it so that we can work on you creating more amazing content, right? Getting back on track, especially if you feel like you've been drained and there's a lot going on that have sidetracked you, right? That's number 1. That's the paid offer. Number 2, the free offer is my 5 free templates, right? And I said to you, that's over at sizzlesense.com/5FT, which stands for 5 free templates, right? sizzlesense.com/5FT. So questions, right? So one of the questions when it comes to social media content is, how do I come up with ideas, right? So today I'm giving you 5 different types of content creation ideas to answer that question, right? I think it was my girl Nita who came on yesterday and said, I struggle with that. I don't know what to come up with. All right, I'm giving you 5 ideas today. Or I can ask you a question. I can say, are you struggling to consistently promote content on your platforms? If you're struggling, raise your hand. When I say that, it's not rhetorical. If you guys, real talk, if anybody here, whether you're watching live or via the replay, you know you're struggling with content creation and you know you want to do it more, put me into the comment box so I can see. I'm asking you a question. Because see, when you ask your customers or prospective customers a question, the people who say me, that's your opportunity to say, okay, if this is something that you're struggling with and you genuinely need help and support, you can email me, sizzlesense@gmail.com. You can do this full 7 weeks, 7 days, absolutely free. I'm doing these lives every day for 7 days. It's free, right? Or you can join me for 7 weeks inside of the content club over at sizzlesense.com/TCC. Are you asking your prospective customers? Are you asking your tribe questions more? Or are you answering their questions? So I want you to think about, when it comes to the paid offer and the free offer you want to focus on this week, what questions can you create content around? Does that make sense? Because some of this, it don't have to be complicated. I want you to KISS, keep it seriously simple. And if you just use these 6 things that I'm saying to you right now, I don't think you could ever be out of content, because there's always a question to answer. There's always a solid resource to share. There's always an opportunity to say, hey, this is what's happening in my world right now. So these are things that honestly can work for you consistently if you work them. Not if you know them and then you you put them on a notebook and then you don't look at them. But if you actually work them and implement them, they can work for you. By the way, as we're going through this, make sure that you're following me on Instagram at SistaSense so that you can literally see the content that I've produced recently and over the next few weeks, because those visuals, along with the visuals of what the ladies in the circle are producing, that's going to help you with your momentum as well. Like, oh my God, I'm hyped. I want to be a part of this. I want to see what other people are doing and I want to do it too, right? All that momentum, that extra accountability, it can only help you. Me, see, I feel you. I see that extra ME. All right, I see it. I feel it. It resonates with me. So the last what I'm going to share with you is what's working. Being in a place where you say, okay, this is what's working. And if you want these things to work with you, here's a free thing or a paid thing that I've created for you. So when it comes to content creation, one of the things that has always worked for me, my son is going to be 14 this year. Okay. So from the time that he was a little thing on my teat while I was on the laptop and I was holding him, I would bulk task my content. It works for me. So, some people, they can produce content every single day. That was something that was hard for me. So I would bulk. I would sit down, which is what we do. The Sunday sessions that we're doing as part of the Content Club, the goal is to create 7 to 21 pieces of content on that day, so that throughout the week, you don't say, I have nothing to share, because you've already done the work and prepared your content for the week. Is that clear? That's essentially what we're doing. Bulk tasking works for me, right? Doing these dailies, whoo, it's become my thing. I'm working on that self-discipline, right? But when it comes to a lot of my content creation, I will sit down for a 3 hour or so, or 1 hour, 1 to 3 hours usually, create that content and then distribute it out as needed. Okay, so I don't know how many of you do bulk tasking or batching. Some people call it batching. I call it bulk tasking, because a task that I do in bulk for at least 1 hour to 3 hours. And for the Content Club, every Sunday we meet for at least 90 minutes so we can work together live. Then you can log off, work privately, and then of course I check in with my ladies during the week to make sure that they're doing what they need to do to stay consistent. And hopefully I get to check in with some of you too if you participate in the Content Club as well. So I'm going to do 2 things. Number one, I'm going to recap these 6, because I said 5, but I gave you 6 different types of content. And then I'm going to take you inside of the template to show you how awesome and easy it is to customize. So when it comes to content creation ideas, first step is for you to think about what freight. I want to say free and paid, right? So I was going to say, what was I going to say? Frayed? Combining free and paid. So you want to think about what free or paid offers you want to promote this week. Okay. Then I gave you some ideas. You can talk about what's new, what's selling, what resources, what's happening, what questions, what's working, right? The last one is what's working for you, or maybe what's working for your people, your customers, what's working in your industry, what's working, right? So a lot of people are working remotely right now, right? What's one particular tool that practically everybody knows by name? Remember the song Cheers, where everybody knows your name, right? Right now, if they didn't know now, that if they didn't know before, everybody knows about Zoom. Like, if Zoom ain't a bazillion-dollar company at this point, I don't know what is, right? Because it's working for a lot of people who are working remotely, but they need to stay connected, right? So those are 6 things. Again, feel free to drop into the comment box for me, whether you're watching live or via the replay, which of any of these you go, man, I'm going to come up with some content around that. What's new? What's selling? What resources? What's happening? right? What's questions and what's working. I gave you 6. Let me know which of these 6 are going to work for you. Okay. So now that we've done that, let's do number 2. Essentially what I want to do before I drop off today, because like I said, I want to challenge you guys to come up with more content intentionally to promote your products. And I also want to challenge you to use the content that I create for you, right? So your 5 free templates, you get that over at sizzlesense.com/5FT. Not the word 5, but the number 5, then F, which stands for free, and T, which stands for templates. So Sizzle Sense, that's me, sistasense.com/5FT. The link should be in the description somewhere. Once you sign up, you're going to get your 5 free templates. You're going to open them in Canva. And I'm going to show you guys how to customize some of these. I'm going to do one today, and then that's going to be it for today. Okay. So if I make this screen big, you'll see it a little bit bigger. Let me pop that up onto the screen so that I can basically go into Canva and actually show you me editing this document. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is create this document. Hopefully you guys are good. Well, I've already created the document. I'm going to put, this is my Sister Sense 5 free templates, custom designs. This is just me changing the name of the document so that I'm good. Okay. There are 5 templates in here. I am today going to edit this one. Okay. I'm just going to do one and then we'll come back in here for other ones. Okay. So a couple of things. You'll see it's got like a purplish hue because purple is my brand. You could change this to whatever you want to change it to. You don't have to leave it as is. You can customize this completely. So let's do that. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change the text in here. And I'm going to change this to 5 types of social media content you can create. Okay. And then I'm going to change the photo in the back. Now, there are a couple of things that you can do here. You can change the photo to, actually, let me come back full screen. Okay. Okay, so let me talk to you real quick before I go back to the document. You can put your photos in there. You can upload photos to Canva, right? Or you can use the photos that are in Canva. Canva has a great collection of stock photos, right? I highly recommend, I'm going to be honest with you, I highly recommend you get Canva Business so that you can take advantage of all the amazing stock photos and elements and tools they have in Canva Business. For those of you who are participating, whether you're watching live or via the replay, do you have the free version or the paid version of Canva? So if you have the free one, put FC for free Canva. If you have the paid one, put PC for paid Canva. If you have none, put NC for no Canva. Okay. But I highly recommend you get the paid version. It doesn't cost a lot, but there's so much that you can do on the platform. So let's go back. Okay. So what I want to be able to do now, so Dominique says the FC, you got the free version. Awesome. Got you. Now, for real, I understand if the free is all you can get right now. I totally understand that. But if you can invest in the paid one, I always like to recommend it, right? So I'm going to put here, maybe I'll put something like, it says a topic or keyword, right? Social media for entrepreneurs. Don't know if I spelled entrepreneurs wrong, but I think what I'm going to do is probably stretch this so I can see it, the whole thing. And then where it says your website, I'm going to put, okay, I'm going to delete all of that. I don't have my glasses on, y'all, so you're just going to have to forgive me when I move things around and I'm like basically blind as a bat. So I definitely want you guys to show me what you produce, okay? So you can email it to me. You can pop images up on this and say, hey, LaShonda, this is what I made. This is what it looks like, right? I could send them to my main website, citizensense.com. A lot of times I don't like to send them to the main website. I want to send them to a place that is really about what the content is about. And in this case, I'm about sharing social media content ideas. So I'm going to take them to at 5FT. So if they go to 5FT, they can download my free template. So I'm just going to actually change the color of 5FT so that it kind of stands out a little bit more. Maybe I'll make it gold. That's one of my colors. Now, right here, you see it says logo. I'm just going to delete that because that's just a placeholder. What I actually want you to do is I want you to upload your logo. Now, one of the things I love about Canva for Business, I mean, honestly, in Canva, even the free version, you can create folders. But with the paid version, you have a designated logos folder, which I absolutely love. So I love having that designated folder there. So what I'm going to do is just pop one of my logos into this graphic. And then I'm just going to click it and drag it to the bottom. Okay. So now you see I've customized the text and I've added my logo. Now you could also change the color. Now, if you just click the background, you'll see it's that deep purple. It's one of my favorite purples, but maybe your branding is a different color. Maybe you already have your brand colors up here. What I love about Canva for Business is you can actually include a section for your brand colors. So you don't always have to remember them or go back to them. This helps with consistency as well. If you use the same colors all the time. I use specific hues of purple. I have a gold, a blue, and a green that I use consistently. So my brand colors are there, right? So maybe you go, okay, well, I don't use that color. Maybe I use, a red or something, right? Whatever brand color works for you, you can change the background. You can change the color. You can change the hue so that it fits your branding, right? Then you can do two things. Number one, you could just click on the background and hit delete. That will completely take away the picture. So if you want the background just to be a flat color, any color that you like, you can delete the picture in the background. Okay. Or you can add a picture. So this says 5 types of social media content you can create. I can then go to photos and I can look through all the stock photos that Canva has. If you have Canva for Business, you have more choices to choose from. But let me see. Let me try Black woman and phone. So now I'm going to see some pictures of some beautiful Black women on their phone. And maybe I decide that I want to use her. I'm just going to click. I'm not going to let go. And I'm going to drag her until she's in the back of the picture. And there she is, right? And you may go, okay, but it's kind of hard to see the text. No problem. I'm going to click her. I'm going to go to transparency. And I'm going to make the transparency like that. So now you can see the purple in the background, and then you can see the text, but you can also see her as well. And I like her. I'm going to give you guys like I only tell this to my paid clients tips. Okay. One of the things you can do in Canva is create folders. And so sometimes I'll see a stock photo that I like and I'm like, I want to use that again. So what I've done is I've created folders. So I'm going to click the little three dots beside this photo. I'm going to go to add to folder, and I've created several folders for stock photos of Black women that I absolutely love, so I can go back to them. So I'm just going to add this picture to that folder. Okay. So I'm giving you some serious good that only my paid clients get. But then if I want to use her image again, I don't have to go like search, oh, where was that pic? And you guys can tell me, honestly, if you've ever had an experience where you're like, you used a picture in one Canva project, then you wanted to use it in another one, and you couldn't remember where you found it, and you tried to search, but then the search pulled up some totally other stuff, and you're like, no, that other picture. So saving it in folders, number one. Number two, keep in mind that when you do look at photos, it will show you the most recent photos you've used. I don't know if you use that feature, but it is very helpful because you can go to recently used and then find what you've used there or put them in folders. Now, I don't know if you have the ability to put stock photos in folders. With the free version, you guys can tell me if you can, but I definitely know that you can do this with the paid one. So that's it. I just wanted to show you how easy it is to customize, and out of the gates, without even paying me, you're going to get 5 free templates. Now, the first session of the content club, you get 18. So this is 5 of the 18 templates that I've given to my mentees as part of the content club. And I'm going to be giving them other templates and other resources throughout the experience. So I'm going to give you a little bit. And I know you may feel like these 5 right here is a lot. But baby, we just scratched the surface. There's a whole lot more that I want to share with you as part of the content club, right? So like I mentioned before, you can customize this. You can change the background color to anything that you want. You can obviously change the text. And also you can then download. So yes, this document has 5 images that you can use. I'll do other images another day. But if you just want this image, this one is on page 3. Now that I've customized it, I can go to download and I can hit download. Now, by default, it's going to download all 7 pages. I don't want it to do that. So I just want page 3. So I'm just going to click on page 3. Hit done. And now, once it hits, I hit done, then I'm going to hit download. So this gives me the ability to, even though there are multiple pages in this document, honestly, I just want to download page 3 because that's the one that I customized. Okay. So here's the other thing that's really, really awesome about once you've customized these pages with your colors, with your text, with your logo, then you could hit this little icon right here called duplicate. Then you could say, okay, now let me do another one. I'm going to do 5 amazing content creation apps you should know. Right? And so then I could take this and turn it into a series. So literally I can create a bunch of these graphics and then go to my Instagram, post this post and say, hey, today I'm going to share with you guys 5 types of social media content you can create, what's working, what resources, what's happening now, what's selling, what's new. My post is done. I've added value. And then in that very same post, I can say, hey, by the way, if you want to learn more about content creation, you can grab these 5 free templates. The template that I use right now, you can get it for free over at sizzlesense.com/5FT. So this is an opportunity for you to add value and do it consistently. Okay. So let me see. Feel free to let me know, by the way, if you have any questions. But again, this is super easy to use. I think so anyway. But of course, with any program, there is a learning curve, right? So it may take you like, a couple of tries to get used to using Canva if it's not a platform that you're used to using. But once you get it and you got it, baby, you good. You are good. Okay. So that's basically what I wanted to do. This is what I wanted to share with you today. Please feel free to let me know what you thought about today's training. Like I mentioned before, we're going to be inside of social media, creating some good for the course of this week. Don't forget to share this. Tag a business bestie. I mean, y'all know at least one or two people who could use some motivation, some sister sense, love and light. Tag some business besties who want to work on their business, money, marketing, sales, as well as just simply share it. Hit share, and say, hey, y'all, you need to be coming in here so that you can work on this stuff too. Not just accountability in my club, but accountability with your circle, right? So, hey, let's do this together. Let's work on our accountability, our social media content this week. Come on in. Let me see what you do, and I'll share what I do too, right? So again, as you guys are using the template, please share your designs with me. All you got to do is go over to sistersense.com/SYD, which stands for share your designs. You're going to see a post on my Facebook page, and you can upload the designs on that page. But you can also just simply email your designs to me or tag me when you are on social media and you use the template and say, at Sister Sense, here's a graphic I created from you. Thank you, boo. I appreciate you, and that would be awesome because I just basically want to see the good that you produce using these templates and also these social media strategies. So, alrighty, my dears, that's it for today. Till tomorrow, take care. We've got so much more to do, but I'm just going to stop here so that you can work on this, and I will work on some more good for you for tomorrow. Till then, take care, y'all.